The truth is, you don't need fancy tools, you don't need a big budget, you don't need a load of tech knowledge to get your first AI automations agency client. You just need the right outreach strategy. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can land your first AI automations agency client for $0. If I lost absolutely everything and was starting again from today, this is exactly what I'd do. No fluff, no money, just smart tactics that work. So let's get into it. The first thing is make.com. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it from my channel or other people's channels. So you can literally get started for free, and it gives you 1,000 free operations. You can even, after I think it's a few days, you might get an email from someone called Kate at make.com who will offer you an upgrade for free. You can go to the 10,000 limit. So if that happens, obviously take it. But we use this to personalize emails that we're sending out. But you're probably saying, we don't even have any emails to send out to, any leads to send to. So we're going to take a look at Phantom Buster, right? If you haven't heard of this, it's a scraping tool that allows you to also create sort of some kinds of automations inside of it. So you can do LinkedIn outreach, you can enrich lists, or you can extract leads as well. But it's more specifically for leads, whereas things like Appify, you can just scrape absolutely anything you want ever, pretty much. Now, if we go on to the pricing, you can get a trial. 2 hours execution time, which is basically, say every time you're scraping 500 leads from Phantom Buster, that might take about 10 minutes. So that'd be 10 minutes execution time. You get 1,000 AI credits. Don't even know what that is, to be honest. Oh, so you can use it to generate personalized messages, but we'll do our own prompting for that. You get 5 slots for phantoms, which is a lot, but you only get a limited export. You can actually only, say if you did a 5,000 person scrape of LinkedIn leads, you could only actually export 10 of those in a worksheet, unless you follow what I'm about to show you. Now, if you're to pay monthly, it's $69 a month for the starter, which gives you 20 hours execution time, 10,000, whatever, we don't need them. Still gives you 5 slots, but you can export as much as you want. It doesn't really matter, but I'm going to show you a way to do it for free. So you can start a free trial. Now, you have 2 options here when you start a free trial. You can just sign up with the normal email, say your work email. What Phantom Buster will do is after 72 hours, they will literally they'll lock you out of the account, but they'll also delete your email. They don't save it anywhere. So you can just sign up with the exact same email again after 72 hours and just keep using those 2 hours execution times completely for free. So let's say I just sign in with a random email. Let's do ben.ewell@automatecentrics.com. So I've got loads in it. I've done it loads myself. Choose a password, fill in your details, and press sign up. Put in whatever random stuff you want to put in here. And you can get a quick little introduction there if you wanted. But normally what I do is use Sales Navigator. And I'll do the Sales Navigator search export. Now, what you're going to have to do here is go onto LinkedIn. Make sure you've got a decent LinkedIn account. If you don't want to use your main one, you can actually set up a fake one. The best way to do that is to set yourself up as a student and then just connect really slowly. It might take a couple of weeks to warm up with maybe people you already know or other students in the university that you've put yourself in, stuff like that, and just do it really slowly because LinkedIn are really temperamental and they can ban you. Or if you have got a LinkedIn account, you're probably viable for a free trial with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So see if you can get a free trial with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You can see here, you can actually get a free trial of the core plan. The best one, if you have a bit of money, is the advanced one, or I suppose the advanced plus, but the advanced has some really cool features in there, which I won't get into this video. But as you saw, you can actually get a free trial with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Once you do that, you're going to do a load of searches. You're going to do a really big search of maybe 10, 20K people. You're going to split it so it's 2,500 people each. I've got a video on my channel about split functions. You basically just you could split it by functions, stuff like that, and just do it till the number gets to around 2,000 or wherever you want it to be, just no more than 2,500, and take that search and you'll put it into a Google Sheets. and it'll look a little something like this. You could even have a header in here. You could just go search URLs. And there you go. So you'll keep doing the searches and you'll put them into a Google Sheets like this. Then in here, you'll take the URL of that, obviously making sure that it's shareable. Put it into here like so. That's the Sales Navigator URL. Sorry, the spreadsheet URL like that. If you do have a heading, this is really important. If you do have a search URL like that, you want to make sure it contains a heading. Otherwise, it's going to scrape 2,000 random people. Click Save. Oh yeah, this is really cool. If you do have the Phantom Buster extension installed, you can just automatically detect LinkedIn, which is cool, which is what I do already up here. Oh, I guess they've got a new extension. Okay, they've got a new one, but detected by extension. There you go. So it's got my LinkedIn Sales Navigator save. You'll want to do. Now, I'll show you how to do this via an automation, which is really cool. So you don't really have to do much, but for free, there is a bit more manual. If you had a paid plan, you could literally scrape leads. Like you wouldn't even have to lift a finger while you're sleeping, working, whatever you're doing, leads are getting scraped and being put into a Google Sheets. But here you'll put 625. That's going to run every 6 hours. I'll show you why in a moment. Don't worry. Just get rid of that. I don't know what it means. Remove duplicates between searches and press save. Launch settings once, save. But one thing you want to do is go into advanced settings. But I've just realized this at the top. I've got 71 hours and 5 minutes and my account will be deleted. I can just re-sign up with the same account. Now, what we could do, again, pretty much for free to get this set up, is launch a Phantom. Now, you'll have to, as you can see, I've probably got loads in here. You'll have to go into, let's just save and close. You have to go into here, go into your API keys, add an API key, copy it, put it in here, press save, and there you go. Now, you'll get the Phantom that you've just set up, which is the Untitled Sales Navigator. You'll have this to run every how many minutes in 6 hours? 360. You'll have this to run every 360 minutes, okay? So that's every 6 hours. This is going to scrape 625 leads. So over a 24-hour period, that's 2,500. If you are new to LinkedIn, do not do that many so quickly. Just warm it up. So in Phantom Buster, I'd put this to a little bit less and just warm it up. Add it by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 every single day, whatever you want to do. Just to warm it up a little bit, right? Now, that is going to launch this Phantom here every 6 hours. But the problem is, right now, I don't have a Sales Navigator account, right? But obviously, you will because you'll sign up for a free account. Now, where are those leads actually going to go? So again, what you'll do is a webhook, custom webhook. You'll add one. In fact, I've built this out. I'm just going to show you it in another scenario. So here it is. What you'll do is you'll copy this address, go back into the settings here, advanced settings, webhooks, custom webhook, save. And basically every time this is going to run every 6 hours. Then once it's finished running completely autonomously, it will send all the data to here. We'll parse it, we'll download the file, and we'll then add all those leads in one operation, making an API call, doing a bulk import or a bulk append into Google Sheets. So you'll have a Google Sheets with the right headings and it will just append it all in there. You'll have to do a bit of, I say coding, but obviously it's no code. And you'll just stick it all in there like that. I have done a video completely on this itself, so you don't have to worry about it. But autonomously, that will just keep doing it. 2 hours execution time. So once you get kicked out of your account, you'll have to do it all again, restart. But one thing you're going to have to bear in mind is the activity. go into the activity and see the URL that it last processed. And then you can delete that URL from the scrape. So you'll basically copy it. Okay, copy it, do Control F and paste it in there like so, and it will show you which URL it is. And you'll know if it's this URL, you'll know that you've done all of these. Okay, so you can delete them and then it will start off in your next account on this one here. I hope that makes sense. It does get a bit technical. You wouldn't have to worry about that on a paid account, but since this is free, it's a bit more manual work, and you're gonna have to just be a bit more clever, use your brain a bit, right? You go on activity, it will show you the last processed URL. You'll copy that, Control F it, paste it in here, understand which one it was, and then you'll know, say if it was this one, that all these have been done before, you'll delete them and it will start from this one in your next account, right? So there you go. We haven't spent a penny yet and we're just scraping leads completely for free. You will get a few duplicates in there because you won't be able to, it won't finish a search URL. Say this is 2000 in there. It might finish on, 625. It might finish on 625. Well, on this one, it would finish on 625, right? Because it's scraping 625 of them, but it's gonna start off where it finished off last time out. Obviously, it won't know where you finished off last time out when you're changing the account. That's the downside of this, but you're saving yourself 69 euros. So there you go. So that's pretty much it. We're scraping leads for free, and they're going into a Google Sheets. I've got some notes here for LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Just a few little hacks for you, just so you don't end up getting banned. So sign up as a student and send requests to people you know or people likely to accept. Feel free to screenshot this, by the way, of course. If 2 or more users click "I don't know this person," your account may get restricted and you'll be asked to verify your account. So make sure you're really careful about who you actually send requests to. 40 to 50 connections can typically take 1 to 2 weeks. It's more like 2 weeks really, because you've got to be really careful. If you actually get Sales Navigator through your phone, you'll bypass any credit card issues, because sometimes there's some credit card issues. And you can also use a proxy if you are going to end up setting up multiple LinkedIns, because obviously it's going to ping your IP, and it's going to be loads of accounts getting made within the same IP. That's a warning flag for LinkedIn. They are very strict. So use a VPN, use a proxy, whatever you want. Make sure you're warming up. So week 1, export up to 500 results daily. Week 2, increase to 1,000 to 1,500. You can obviously only do a max of 2,500. And also, when you're starting out, only automate in the week. So only do it Monday to Friday. Don't do it Saturday, Sunday. Once your account's more warmed up, or you've got an already warmed up LinkedIn account that you've had for years, you can run this 7 days a week. But to start with, only do it during Monday to Friday, the work week. So we've got our leads. Now, realistically, we need to find their emails, don't we? Because it is LinkedIn and we're not going to be able to actually get their emails. Obviously, another way to do this is through Appify. If you sign up, you can get $5 of free credits. You'd probably be able to get 1,000. I don't know, maybe about 1,000 leads from there, but you still have to verify the emails anyway, because they are pretty crap. But yeah, so we're going to have to find the email. So we're going to use something called Any Mail Finder. It is by far the best. Yes, a paid account is, a paid account isn't cheap. For 5,000 credits a month, it's 119 quid. That could be like 160, $170. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's not cheap, but you can start a trial, right? Which gives you, I believe, 250 API calls. So that's 250 emails that you can get. Now, again, here's a little trick. You do actually need a credit card or a debit card to sign up to Any Mail Finder. But if you use incognito mode, and I'm sorry for anyone at Any Mail Finder who's watching this. This is me getting banned. Use incognito mode. Bear with me, I just got a lead that I got to reply to. So yeah, you can use incognito mode get a free online bank, so you can get Revolut or Wise, or is another trick. You can go on privacy.com, which allows you to set up loads of virtual cards, right? You don't even have to put any money on there, just zero account cards. And then you'll go on your iPhone, and only on your iPhone, this is important, and create 2 Gmail accounts a day without needing a phone number. That's what you can create 2 Gmail accounts per day without needing a phone number. And then you can reuse your virtual cards after 14 days. Just keep going through that cycle, right? Now, as I said before, you get 250 API calls with a free account. So if you keep rotating your cards on privacy.com and keep rotating Gmail accounts, you can keep getting AMF and email finder free trials and keep finding thousands of emails without spending a penny. So now that we've got our leads and emails, it's time to set up the outreach campaign for free. So first thing you do is connect it to the scrape that you've just done, which obviously isn't this one, it's this one here. So I'd go into here, Google Sheets, search rows, and you just connect it to that one. The scrape, the sheet name is sheet 1. I don't know, there's so many sheets. And you'll press save. And you've got the sheets, so we're now going to have to search through those. You then have an OpenAI step to format them. In fact, just stick that in there. Choose your account. GPT 3.5 Turbo. You could also use Anthropic Claude 3.5 Haiku. But because it is a bit cheaper, but this is also incredibly cheap, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just telling it to format the name, remove emojis, and you literally just give it a hell of a load of examples of Kyle Walker, exactly how you want it to be done, and then a final user message with full name. Then we're replacing the new lines with quotes, so you can see in the summary of this main one, there could be some new lines in here. In fact, we do that. That's a great point. So there's an operation saved. There's a load of operations saved. Delete. Because what we actually do is we do it in the automation that I showed you before that puts the leads into the Google Sheets, the one that just runs Phantom Buster automatically. I've already done the replace functions in there so that when it adds it into Google Sheets, it adds it without new lines, it adds it without quotes, some emojis, all the stuff that could break the JSON further down the line. So that's absolutely fine. And then we add the Anymail Finder API. We don't actually need this in because we're not going to actually be processing that many leads. It's only going to be 250. We could do it all in one scenario. So after you've found the email, if you had a bit of money, maybe if you had some money, I'd probably recommend using a Perplexity and an Anthropic step to make a really hyper-personalized email. Otherwise, you could literally just use the summary and title description to create a one-liner personalization. So you could do something like, you'd do Anthropic, you'd set the model to probably this one, because it's got a really good human-like personalization, set the max tokens, and then do all your prompts to give it the output from you'd map in, for example, if I was to run this module, it's taking ages because the server seems to be breaking. Oh, there we go. So I've run this to get all the leads. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked that. It's the problem with big data sets. Put this at, I don't know, 1047. User, whatever, type text, and you can actually map in everything from in here. So for example, the summary and the title description, you'd give it user examples, so the input it would get. So you'd basically take a lead from here, say Matthew, you'd give it that, the summary, the title description in a user message. And then in the AI message, add message, assistant, you give it the example of the icebreaker that you want it to, or the email you want it to output. So with that amount of with the amount of data you got, it's probably not the best to do what I'd normally do, which is a whole email and even follow-up email. You'd probably just want to do the first line personalized icebreaker. Like, you'd look at the person's summary and title description, think, okay, that looks pretty cool. What would I say about this if I was to read it? Or you could just put it through ChatGPT and ask it to give you some ideas, but make sure you actually put the examples in. You can't have AI writing the AI, because the reason you give it the examples is for you to actually sound human-like. For when the emails are getting sent and the output is getting generated, it sounds like a human. So the more examples, the better. And once you've done that, you just add it into a Google Sheets again. So Google Sheets, add a row, add a row. Yeah, it's a bit, I haven't been on mate.com in a while. No, I'm not saying that. Yes, so you'd then add a row, you'd choose another sheet, you'd create another sheet, give it the headers. So it would be like, you'd give it icebreaker, but you'd also give it first name, last name, company name, stuff like that. And you'll have 250 using 250 emails added in. Like I said, rotate the email finder cards and accounts, and you can just keep using 250 at a time, get it up to 1,000, 2,000, whatever you'd like. And then you can sign up to instantly. I thought they did a free account, but I'm not 100% sure. I can only see 37 a month. Oh, it does say start for free. So I don't know what that means. I thought you could do a free account, and in which case you can't actually use the API to upload the leads into, but what you can do is put them into a Google Sheets, like I said, and upload them manually. So you'd go into instantly, you'd start a campaign, you'd press add leads, and you'd just drag and drop the CSV file in there for them to get uploaded, and you can start outreaching for free. At the end of the day, would I recommend this? Probably not. I'd actually probably recommend getting a loan or something instead of doing this. You don't need much to start an automations agency. I teach how to get set up with your own email infrastructure for $75 a month. I teach you there how to scrape leads for free, which you can still probably do and just save a bit of money. You'd need an instantly account, probably a hypergrowth one to actually scale. And within a month, if you're sending 10,000 emails, or at least within 6 weeks, you're going to be absolutely fine. You're going to probably absolutely smash it. 10,000 emails of a very good, high quality, AI written, but human-like email, you'll be absolutely fine. So even though I've just taught you how to do this, I know it will help a few people, which is why I've done it. But realistically, do I think you should do it? No, I think there's better options. I think you should work your ass off at a car wash or wherever, just to get a bit of money and spend absolutely zero to invest into an AI automations agency and do exactly what I've taught in other videos. But yeah, if I had to start from zero, I had no other choice, I had no money, no credibility or anything, that's exactly how I'd do it. And if it was helpful, do me a massive favor, drop me a comment and a like just to let me know that it was. And if you want more real stuff, hacks, bootstrapping, then subscribe. There's no guru stuff here, no fluff. Subscribe and stick around, because I'm just teaching everything that I'm learning as I'm still growing my own automations agency. But yeah, I appreciate you watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.